So you went from hundreds of thousands of candidates to millions of candidates immediately, right?
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
And I really want to dive into your third topic because with that being said, I know a lot of people listening are going to be thinking about, I don't know how to hire an ISA. I don't know how to train them, all this stuff. Do I go virtual? Do I pay someone? Do we go with PowerISA? I don't want to outsource it. Like, what does that look like? You know, if people wanted to recruit it, let's do in-house versus virtual. And then if people did want to go and recruit someone, you know, where could they go looking and, you know, and what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a really, really important topic. You know, we're recording this. Well, hopefully we're at the tail end of the pandemic. I feel like we are at the tail end of the coronavirus pandemic. So remote work, virtual work is no longer this exotic kind of weird thing you might want to try or might not. Everyone has tried it to some level at this point. I think it's been demystified and people are a lot more comfortable with that. You know, but that being said, a lot of folks do feel the need. Hey, I want to have someone in the office with me. I want to have someone face to face. I want to have that immediate interaction. And I'm not going to lie, there is value in that, right? I see that, especially during the ramp up and training period, a lot of things get resolved much faster when you're face to face. Maybe those are like verbal cues or the ease of interrupting you. They can interrupt you a lot faster, a lot more commonly. You know, if people are right in front of you. I think that interaction does speed it up, and I think people build rapport and build relationships faster when they're face to face. You know, that's just the way things are. I'm not going to say that's good or bad. I think that's just a fact. That face-to-face interaction. And that might be the only way you've ever trained or hired someone, right? That having them in the office next to you or having them next to you within, you know, sitting next to you and seeing what you're doing and interacting with you. So I'm not going to, you know, I'm the probably virtual ISA king, right? You know, everyone that we have, my own company runs virtually. I meet with my direct staff maybe once a month, right? People that I actually work with every single day. So, you know, but I'm still going to tell you, I do want that face-to-face interaction, at least occasionally, because there is some value in that. So for the folks that want to hire in-house, you've got many options. I'm going to mention three of the top ones. Number one, hiring an ISA out of your own database. This is unbelievably my top, I think, 5 or 6 hires in my company, because guess what? I don't manage 120 people. I manage 5 people. Those, like 4 out of those 5 people came from my database. Like that, I'm just going to put that out there. They're either friends of friends or friends of family, someone I knew, like, and trusted recommended to me. That has been the core of my company. So database is a great way to hire people because you're not looking to hire your cousin or your friend. They're going to recommend someone though. They're going to say, this person in my sphere, when we share values, I know how you are. So I think this person could be a good person for you. Or they already know, like, and trust you. They want that person to have a good home, right? Go work with a great company. So it's a great way. It's a great excuse, guys. I am the database guy too. It's a great excuse to call your database. It's a great one. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Peter. Our team is growing. We're killing it. We have the goal of helping 50 families in 2022. I need a new hire on my team to service everyone and give you the level of service you expect, right? Great. Who do you know that can join my team? I'm looking for someone inside sales, kind of pound the phone, you know, and help me convert more of these folks and have conversations and do these things. It's a great call to have. And at the end of that call, it's always, that's whether they give you a recommendation or not. And by the way, you know, what are you doing in 2022? Do you have any real estate plans? I have the goal of helping 50 families. One of them might be you, right? Or who do you know that can be one of those 50 families? That always should be the end of whatever call you make, is always the end of it, right? You want to make the ask. That's a great way to do it. Number 2, Facebook groups, guys. Facebook groups, unbelievably good way to source hires, even locally. A lot of, local job groups, different groups that might be having people that are looking for new opportunities. Folks, everyone's looking for a new opportunity right now, right? At this stage where we are, people are looking for different options. They want to change careers. People are more open to that than ever. Facebook groups, whether they're job-oriented or not job-oriented, people that are living in your local area, post to those groups, ask for permission, don't break any rules, but ask for candidates, tell them about your opportunity and that you're growing and you want someone for this role. You will be surprised. You're going to get candidates from those posts and you're going to get referrals to other candidates from those posts. Unbelievably useful, unbelievably valuable. Last but not least, my third option is the job websites. You guys know these: ZipRecruiter, Indeed.com. Those are probably the most popular right now, but you can do Monster, you can do LinkedIn Jobs, you can do all these different ones. But I definitely recommend ZipRecruiter and Indeed. Those have been have worked the best for me. Those cost a little bit more money. They don't just cost your time, they also cost money to use. So I wouldn't use them first. I would always want to leverage my database and get that 2-for-1. Calling the database and getting candidates from the database are great. All of those options can work for your in-house ISA. As far as costs go, in the US, you're probably looking at ISA is a salaried position. Let me just say that. That should give you some pause, right? Because salaried positions for real estate are few and far between. You don't have many people on salary within real estate. ISA is one of them, right? So you got to be really careful with that. And hourly rate for an ISA is going to be somewhere in the $15 to $25 range, depending on where you are in the country. Always look for other job postings in your area to know what you're up against. You got to be competitive in the marketplace. You don't always have to be at the top, but you got to be competitive, particularly in that hourly rate. On top of that, ISAs typically make a bonus on appointment set, on closings, etc. Right? So you got to make sure you're adding at least half of their compensation should be based on bonuses. My recommendation, at least half. People can do a sliding scale, it can be different, but let's say it's 50% salary, 50% bonus. Salary is going to be in the $15 to $25 an hour range. Bonus can be 5% of a transaction, maybe all the way up to 10% of the transaction. Again, depends on where you are and what your average price is. That's typically how an ISA gets hired and compensated for in-house in the US and in Canada, right? So the other side of the spectrum is the virtual ISA. Okay. Virtual ISA, it's a little bit different, right? You can hire virtually even in the US right now. You can hire someone in the US virtually now. Unbelievably huge opportunity. Check it out. The cost and the compensation is going to be very similar, but you have a bigger talent pool. Guys, everyone wants to work from home right now or find some flexibility to be able to work from home. If they don't have to drive to your office or commute to your office every single day, your talent pool goes from a couple thousand to like 100,000 candidates, 1 million candidates, et cetera, et cetera. So really, really, really important, to understand that the talent pool goes huge once you remove the requirement to have them commute every single day. And then you can also recruit outside the US. So you went from hundreds of thousands of candidates to millions of candidates immediately, right? So I do all of my ISAs live, work, and do their job outside the US. There's some huge advantages to that. Number one, the overall cost is dramatically less. ISAs outside the US, if they're like in the Philippines, compensation can be $3, $4 an hour. If they're in Latin America or Mexico, it's a little bit more expensive, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 an hour, depending on experience, right? It can be in that range. But even the highest tier, the most experienced ISAs are still going to be below $10 an hour in any of these areas, which is a big, big, big change. And the bonusing requirements are also much, much lower. So I tell folks, if you're considering doing virtual, because it can be a huge benefit to the company, then go wide. Don't just go virtual within the US. Try other options as well. I think people are always surprised at the level of talent that's available overseas, outside the country. And I think they're always going to be kind of pleasantly surprised with the quality of person. And here's another thing, folks. ISA, and I struggled with this when I had a team in Seattle. ISA is considered an entry-level position in the US, right? It's temporary. You want to move on to bigger and better things. Outside the US, this kind of a sales job, work from home, be on the phone, is a desirable, unbelievably great career for someone, right? It's a big difference. It's a big difference in the level of talent you can attract. And it is a big difference in maintaining that talent, right? Keeping them in the role. If someone was great on my team in the US, I had to find the next role for them because they wanted to grow, they wanted to have higher compensation, they wanted to get licensed, they wanted to become an agent, right? I had to have that career path ready to go within months. And in the ISA role outside the US, what I've seen is the right person in the right opportunity will stay there for years. And it's a great opportunity for them, right? And and the people that work with me, they can get health care and pension and mortgage assistance and all these different things because it's a position with benefits, etc. Where I could not offer that in the U.S. So the offer gets way better when you move outside. So I think that's a huge advantage. It's a big difference, and people should really check out the virtual option because you will be surprised.
I love this. The one thing, I know we don't have enough time, but I've kind of, on the top of my head, come up with a bit of a bonus. One of the big things I know people are going to be asking, because now it's like, okay, I now have some good ideas of where to hire, some price points, which I think is amazing. So thanks for sharing that, because that really helps people get like a tangible idea of what they should be paying. Is obviously the scripting side. Now, I know we've got some scripts. I think we've got some of your buyers' scripts. So this is hot off the press. What I'm going to do is people that sign up to our email list, go to eliteagentsecrets.com. We're actually going to have the scripts in there and we can send some out to people. So if they get in touch or sign up to our email list, if it's not on our website by then, this is hot off the press. It's just because I know we don't have time to jump into every single script now and the differences, but we have got them. And I want people to be successful with this endeavor. Now, with that being said, obviously, I want to wrap up here by, again, giving you the floor, which is you are, a massive ISA company. You do this for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients. You deal with millions of leads at this point. So if someone wanted to use you, how could they get in touch with you? What would that look like working with you and how you could help them?
Yeah, definitely. So appreciate that. The best way to reach out to us is PowerISA.com. Go to our website. Would love to continue the conversation there. We also have a free Facebook group people can join if they want to talk about conversion and inside sales and training and scripting and Facebook marketing. That's a great one. We can drop a link to the Facebook group as well. And we also have a new offering for folks who are actually helping. This is something new we've done in the last few months. We're actually helping people place ISAs within their company. And we're actually getting really experienced, great sounding ISAs from Mexico and Latin America. And people are able to get that $5 to $6 an hour, which is a really interesting service. It's a new service we're offering, helping place people within their teams because maybe they want their first ISA or they want their fifth ISA, right? So we can help them scale. And I think it's this new model that we have. It's called our Build Your ISA program. It's getting great reviews. We just launched it a few months ago. That's something people should check out as well. Just ask about that. Build Your ISA program from PowerISA to get an experienced, awesome ISA working for you, directly for you within your team, within your company, pretty much ASAP.
That's huge. I love that. And guys, everyone listening, there's a few options. We're going to help with the scripting. Gus has told you the price points, where to go looking, which is massive. You can also reach out if you do want to either have him place someone full time or if you want to use his services. There's options here. Ultimately, we're here to make your business successful, get you to the 6-7 figure mark. This stuff gets you way over 7 figures for everyone listening. But we want to make sure everyone is 6. So Gus, thank you for coming back on. Being a returning guest has been a pleasure. And everyone, we hope you've enjoyed this episode, how to scale your business using ISAs and what they can really do for you. So hope you enjoyed this one and we will see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets. So make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.